The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born by Ayi Kwei Armah. All you need to know. Exam season is coming up, which means learning about a lot of books in detail should they come up on the test. This can be exhausting as there are a lot of books to work through. Reading the books enough times to drill the information in is not fun, nor is it even feasible. That's why having a study guide video like this on hand is so important. This guide is not a replacement for reading the book, it is more like a helpful, frequently asked questions to help you study. Here are 7 facts you need to know about the novel The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born by Ayi Kwei Armah. Number 1. Who is Ayi Kwei Armah? Ayi Kwei Armah is a Ghanaian novelist, essayist, poet, short story writer, children's book author who was born in 1939. He is best known for his novels including The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born, published in 1968, 2000 Seasons, published in 1973, and The Healers, published in 1979. Number 2. What is The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born about? The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born is Ayi Kwei Armah's debut novel. The book tells the story of a nameless man who struggles to reconcile himself with the reality of post-independence Ghana. The protagonist, referred to as the man, works at a railway station and is approached with a bribe. When he refuses it, his wife is furious and he can't help feeling guilty despite his innocence. The action takes place between 1965's Passion Week and the 25th of February in 1966, the day after the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president. Number 3. What are the themes of the book? The overarching theme of this book is largely social pressure. The pressure to accept the bribe because of the way it would improve his life and please his wife versus pressure to do the right thing and reject the bribe. This is the most in-your-face example of pressure, and this pressure is shown in other characters too, such as the naked man. The pressure to start a family that is ignored and the consequences of that. Number 4. What eternal conflicts does the protagonist deal with? The eternal conflict is what makes something right or wrong. Is doing the right thing morally the right thing if its consequences are huge? If you have to steal to feed your family, that's wrong. You are acting immorally. But is it worse to let them starve? Is it even immoral for your family to eat the food? Is acting immorally worth it if it prevents them from having to do so? This is an age-old question that the book touches on heavily. Number 5. What examples of immorality are shown in other characters? Almost every character in the book does something immoral at one point or another. Whether those things are truly immoral or are just socially conditioned to be seen that way is up for debate. If the woman who smokes marijuana is breaking the law by smoking, is it immoral? If yes, is it immoral in a place where it is legal? Is morality tied to law? If that's the case, if the law changes to make murder legal, is murder no longer immoral? If it is immoral to smoke marijuana, why was the character punished with madness? Number 6. How is injustice presented in the book? There are several instances of injustice. One of the most profound examples is the dock worker who lost his leg. It wasn't his fault, yet he was the one who had to deal with it. He couldn't take it anymore, so he killed himself. This is wholly unjust for obvious reasons. The corrupt politician is a self-explanatory example of injustice. Even something as minor as the protagonist's wife, Estella, being angry that he did the right thing is unjust. Number 7. How was the book perceived by critics? The book was generally perceived very well. There are some examples of it being described as too strong for the audience, but this is a matter of personal opinion. The book is very colorful in its language and imagery, and this can be quite contrasting with the harsh subject matter. The poetic description makes for a wonderful read, but arguably doesn't fit with the message of the book. Conversely, it can exaggerate the question of morality. In the end, it all depends on the perception of the story.